With the establishment of the patriarchy, women have always been discriminated against. With the expansion of white supremacy, black women have always been unprotected.
The fight for civil rights is a profound movement still occurring today. In the middle of black activism, women are forced to fight two battles. When talking about the civil rights movement of both the past and present, we fail to address the sexism that occurred adjacently. Most often, black women have to dismiss gender equality for the sake of their black community and their male counterparts. They have to submit themselves to place men first in order to achieve racial justice even before thinking about women's needs.
Most of the time when we mention civil rights, we think about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. But what about Ruby Bridges, Angela Davis, Ida B. Wells? In the 60s, movement politics was a predominant form of activism, which was primarily led by men. The efforts of black women were rarely acknowledged. They were mainly involved with invisible politics, where their activism wasn't recognized by a larger society.
For centuries, black women have been represented poorly, whether in fashion, makeup, media, or the real world. Only a certain archetype is accepted. In film, black women are often portrayed as shallow stereotypes, gold diggers, hypersexual Jezebels, and angry black women, saturating pop culture, says Harris in her book, The Sisters Are Alright.
The more we're fed these horrific images of black women, the more we're going to have biases against black women. If we limit black women to only being ratchet, dysfunctional, and angry, then no one's going to believe the truth, that these women are strong, intelligent, more than capable survivors of so many oppressive systems.
Even in historical entertainment, black women were portrayed by white actors in blackface for minstrel shows. They were loud, unattractive, and clumsy.
That's why there's such little representation of black women in office and the workplace. A recent video displays Senator Flowers, the only black legislator on the Arkansas Judiciary Committee, giving an emotional plea to reconsider passing the Stand Your Ground law, which had affected many blacks in other states. She raised her voice, gave an unfiltered speech, and persists even though the other senators tried to stop her. Senator Flowers is depicted as stereotypical angry black woman who randomly got upset instead of a passionate senator with reason to be angry, a mother defending the lives of black children who are negatively affected by the law.
What are some of the ways we can better represent black women in politics? Combating occupational segregation. Our society has created a mindset that black women are only allowed to receive certain job opportunities, but that still does not excuse the fact that black women deserve the right to be considered for any job position and should be paid equally as any other candidate. Give examples of black women in politics to our future generations. This is important towards future black women going into politics. If we show them examples of black women currently in politics, it will encourage them to feel entitled and not reform into lesser than what they are. Acknowledge the changes black women have brought into office.
Women have experienced a lot of sexism in the workplace, especially women of color. Even for those women of color who have made it to the top, they still face discrimination, sexism, and stereotypes. Because of this, women of color are discouraged and less likely to pursue a career in politics.
In order to get more women of color involved, we need to start encouraging them to vote. It is important that they get their voices heard. If women are more involved, they will become more passionate.
Portrayal of good black rests within white supremacist beauty standards. This image of respectability reflects light skin, quote-unquote, tamed hair, and skinny bodies.
The black of darker skin tones, of poverty, of urban home life, of cornrows and afros, of what makes a person ghetto, is rejected and demonized.
To combat stereotypes and the subsequent discrimination, we need more than just one black archetype.
Of course, better representation isn't enough. To dismantle oppressive systems, we need to get into the education system. Teachers can make forums, guest panels, and film screenings mandatory, rather than extra credit, to truly engage the students in current issues.
Professors can also take class time to have their students participate in school-related elections to exercise voting rights and activism.
And if not the teachers, the students can collectivize and create clubs, leadership programs, all translating to safe spaces. In 1968, San Fran State black students and the Third World Liberation Front went on strike and fought for the establishment of an African American Studies program, and they got it.